Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, on behalf of your Denver-based podcast crew, we appreciate you joining us for the Friendly Vibes.
Coming to you live from TSS, it's Top Shelf Studios. And I am Joy. He has risen and he is here. I will do the hack joke off the top. Why not? You got to take the layups in the game to get enough points to win. Joined by someone I'm very excited to talk to. We've been chatting up for the last hour here. We're excited to eat wings here soon on Easter Sunday. He's a man that's lived more life than most people should have to live, I think, is my conclusion thus far. And I'm excited to talk to him more. He's a stand-up comedian. He had to follow the Dice Man once. He's a legend in my heart forever. Cameron Oldman is here in TSS.
Thanks for having me, Sean.
Dude, these lights are brutal. No. We picked the worst.
It's not even the lights. It's just life.
Oh, man. Where to begin? I want to take the audience into the pocket of having to be told you're going to go up in an arena. That's the pocket I'm just like instantly in my head. I'm like, what the fuck could that be like?
I mean, I knew I was going on before I was there. Like, that's the only thing I can say. So what I crashed out in my last relationship, and I cussed out my roommates because they gave my ex coke, and it wasn't about the drug necessarily, but when me and my ex met, it was about us trying to build the best version of each other, and that's what I thought. She was an alcoholic, I'm an addict. Fuck, been an addict since I was probably a fucking baby.
Cheers to our addictions as we drink our sparkling waters.
Addicts, right? But and in that aspect, it's like I always try to tell her we got to replace our addictions with the healthier addictions, learning and exercise and things like that, and
You told me your whole life you've been someone that loves learning, loves trying to engage with things.
Yeah, no.
Find a better way for yourself, like a path for your neuro pathways, whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah, because I just grew up, on welfare, and grew up in that mentality of the world's out to get you. The world hates you, and that's a lot because of even the way my mother. I was raised by my mom and my dad. I don't know. My parents were children when they had kids. My dad was 17 and my mom was 20 when they had their first kid.
Wow, that's tough.
And actually, and my dad, he was born and raised in Hilo, Hawaii.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you're half Hawaiian?
No, I'm Jewish-ish, and literally on the ish. So my dad is the Jewish side. So, if you're Orthodox Jewish, obviously I'm not Jewish, right?
Right.
But genetically, yes, I'm Ashkenazi. And so, European Jew. And
right.
My mom, she's British-Irish, so
right.
Good old addicts, crazy rebel addicts.
Yeah. Hey, man, that's what it takes to conquer the world, right? Back in the day.
I guess so, right? Fucking being delusional, you're right. That's what it takes to conquer the world.
My goodness. Well, I'll tell you, you're someone that's well loved here, well loved at our South Club. You joined us for our little staff mic last night. We were our only guest that was able to make it, and it was a joy having you grace the stage and share some laughs with us, dude.
Yeah, no, definitely. It was a pleasure, and thanks for the invite. It was definitely fun. But
must have been much easier to not hear some laughs in that room versus the 7,000 or whatever booze you were telling me. That's
anyways, so back to that, I guess. So whenever. I don't know.
So
I crashed.
You knew before, or you just had instinctually,
No, I crashed out, and I was like, I'm gonna go to Kill Tony. I'm gonna make myself better. I'm gonna make myself enough for you because clearly I'm not enough. It was acceptance of I don't feel like I'm enough.
Got it.
Because of my childhood. And,
got it. So we're going. We're starting on the worst part. Yeah.
No, I mean that's life.
Well, we can definitely talk about after that because you wanted to tell me a little bit more about what that was like.
Well, I don't know,
because you seem to be someone that has a really matured perspective towards life, and I don't know if it's because of the horrible conditions you've had to walk through, but I wish we had more people like you that have such an ability and a critical lens.
Yeah.
So in a moment like that, it's like,
Well,
how quick were you to be so critical and like, mature about it? Because I don't know if I would have.
Oh yeah, no, I don't know, dude. I just like, I honestly, like, I was pretty drunk at the time. I guess
maybe.
Well, no, I don't know. I was pretty drunk when I went on stage, and like, I had obviously practiced this minute. I had ran it so ironically, I ran it like, I saw. She used to be a server at the first restaurant I worked at. Her name's Katie Coffee. She does comedy in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
But like, I saw she did comedy, so I was like, hey, I always thought she was kind of cool, a cool person. So I wanted to get her opinion on like my minute,
sure.
And like, because she also comes from the culture I come from and stuff like that. And so like, she was like, oh yeah, I kind of like it, and
nice.
Yeah, I told her, I told her I was going. I told a lot of people I was going,
Nice.
I was going to kill Tony, and I drove 14 hours to fucking be there.
Wow.
Yeah, literally. So
straight like that day. That's right.
yeah, well, yeah, literally, I was crashing out. Like, I'm like, oh, why are you going? Like, it was that imposter syndrome, like, why are you going? Like, what the fuck? Why does it matter? No one cares about your opinion, right? And
sure. So I've struggled to continue to release episodes for the same thing that no one watches, so I can't even compare. Yeah.
No, exactly. And it's that, like, well, and that's the thing. It's that, like, I was like, whatever, I don't care, because, like, it doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, we're all fucking dead. We're dying. Facts. And like, a lot of people are like, I don't know. It's just so many people are like, they have an opinion of like what, I don't know, what is sacred to anybody, right? But like,
sure.
Easter? Easter is sacred, right? Yeah, but like, life, life is sacred, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like,
Dude,
treating each other with respect and shit. And that's why, like, in that moment, like, even though I'm being booed, yeah, I know, I fucked up. You're here to laugh, And like, I didn't make you laugh, so whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Dude, you're just like, your attitude of how you exited too. I don't know if you could ask for better.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever had something like that happen to me, like, I hope I handled it with that much grace.
Oh, yeah. No,
like,
I was just like, what?
Like,
I didn't do good enough, but I'll come back to the belly of the beast one day. Fuck it.
Dude, good on you, man. Fuck it.
So, but yeah, and like, just like the day leading up to it, it's kind of crazy because, like, I literally slept under the HEB sign parked in my 4Runner.
Nice. Epic.
Like, after the first night. Because, like, I got there with an hour left to sign up. And, like, literally, the cutoff was, like, basically, there was, like, 20 people behind me the first night. And then, like, so I barely made the cutoff, you know what I mean? And I was just like, and that was when it was Joe Rogan, and it was stacked that night, because obviously they're the most famous, and why would they want to do the actual New Year's night show, right?
Right,
I'm sure they had plans and parties and whatever,
Exactly. They've earned that.
Yeah, I guess so, right? And so, yeah, and it was just like, so, but it was James McCann and Joe DeRosa the night that I got pulled, and Joe DeRosa went to the bathroom right before I came up, so it was literally just James and Red Band and Tony on stage, and obviously the band and stuff. But like, I don't know, dude, I honestly, like, just the intensity of the moment, I was kind of blacked out. I smoked some of that shitty Delta 8 fucking Texas weed.
Yeah.
And fucking
so like, the whatever poison that they are.
I mean, whatever, we all poison ourselves every day, you know.
Yeah, I should have been prepared for the poison damage.
Yeah, but that's what I mean, like, it was my fault. I shouldn't have drank, I shouldn't have smoked.
Yeah, sure.
And like, I don't know. It's just in that.
And the bucket
it's the bucket. It's
that damn bucket.
They call it the bucket of destiny, and and I was just like, well, whatever.
Dude, the bucket of destiny. How crazy would it be if they just like pulled Grant's name and he's like has to appear? The government like transports him there.
Yeah, that would be insane. Just teleport. Beam me up, Scotty.
The FBI agent said he got teleported to a Waffle House. Grant reports that he got teleported to kill Tony backstage to do a minute. He's like, where am I? And they're like, you go on in 5. You're going right after this guy. Then you go.
What the fuck? Yeah, could you imagine if that's
you a gay retard?
Would you try to go that shtick, or would you just do your best minute? Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah. What else are you gonna do when you get called?
I mean,
you know what I mean? Like, you go up to do the minute.
That's
like,
it's not after last night. It's unfortunate. And Grant, you can give me your feedback on this if you want. Is the camera shot perfect? I think I have my Kiltony minute or whatever. Like I could probably do and get better at comedy for a while. And I don't know if I have a better like minute or whatever for that show.
Yeah.
For me, like whatever. Maybe it gets a little bit better or whatever, but it's like, oh, okay, this is the minute. It's like, damn.
No,
Now
yeah,
I
for
just
sure.
have to be faced with that.
Oh no, yeah, and I mean it's crazy because like we all know people in the scene who have been on it, like you
Fuck
know.
yeah, dude.
So it's like
It's one of those things
You know,
where it's like, yeah, why wouldn't you want to go on it?
Yeah, no, exactly.
That doesn't- yeah.
no, and well, so for me, it was just literally, I don't know, I was proving something to myself,
Facts.
you know, at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm not even trying to say I was trying to prove something to my ex, you know, I was literally just trying to prove something to me at the end of the day, like, you know, I'm trying to live my life, you know, I'm trying to fucking live.
Timer going off? Dude, timer going off. You know what that means? Trying to live.
Yeah.
Timer says we must live.
Yeah, right.
Timer says
No,
wings.
it's true, you know, in the fucking moment, because that's all we got.
That's all we got. And if you want to join us in the moment eating these chicken wings,
Yeah, definitely.
hopefully with lights not quite this harsh or something that you can tolerate.
No, yeah. of course.
Uh,
No, I mean, it's fine. My eyes have adjusted. That's what I mean. Like, as we get going and my eyes
we
adjust to the setting, like, it'll be better. It's just, like, I don't know. It's
gotta
very
pull
weird
this chicken,
having,
though.
like, my eyesight, I guess. I was born legally blind, so it's like, no, it's what my mom told me. Like, I was legally blind.
Whoa.
I've been in glasses since I was cognitive of reality.
got him on you right away.
You know, little fucking. I looked like fucking. God, what the kid from Stuart Little and fucking.
That's so.
Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Okay.
we're gonna go eat these chicken wings. If you would like to join us, I know this is a little.
Yeah. I'll grab my iPad so I can share that picture.
Oh yeah. Join us over on the Patreon. Do you listen to radio before in your life? The AMs and the FMs. What is he out of shot? Is he standing out of shot?
That's good.
The AMs and the FMs. We're going to kick us to break with our signature station identification. You're listening to 91.1. Oh shit! Was that another plane? We'll be right back.
All right.
We're back. We're live. It's the After Hours show, and your belly is full of chicken.
Yep, indeed.
It's time for wing review. If you'd like to give us a wing review.
Oh, dude, they were great. Like, spice level was, it was perfect, man. At the end of the day, we all got to try new things, and that's what helps us to,
Fuck yeah.
learn.
Sorry, I didn't account for texture being
Oh, no, I mean, I honestly...
like pizza. Dude, pizza on the smoker. We should have gone for that. Next time.
No, definitely.
We'll do homemade pizza on the smoker. You can teach me how to make a pizza.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, that'd be fun. So back to kind of where we were.
Yeah.
I was talking about race scenes.
If you are not on the Patreon and you want to follow along, we had a great conversation over there. So if the people are looking to stick up with our all around timeline here,
Yeah, it was crazy chaos that was.
yeah, patreon.com/terrible.
Yeah.
$2 a month, you can help support this chaos that you're seeing before you.
No, for sure.
But yeah, we were talking about Kill Tony, I think, pretty
Yeah.
much. Stuff.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. So in the end, what led me to doing it, was just, going all in on me, because like I spent my life trying to fix everyone around me, growing up, like trying,
like it was your job.
Yeah, no, definitely, because like just the way, my mom raised us and stuff, and there was that time she wasn't present, so it's like, I felt like, I had to fix everything around me, and and I guess like I kind of hit that wall in my relationship, and it just kind of pushed me into like following a passion that I had for I guess a long time.
When was that your first set of comedy? You ever done comedy before that? Okay.
No. So I started at Irish Rover. I did like I'm not sure, anywhere between 7 to like 9ish maybe, because I kind of went up at Big Mike's for like the last, but I don't know, like I guess it was a set. It was a time I went up, so like maybe 9ish times before I went.
Wow.
But like 7 that I recorded at at Irish Rover.
Sure.
That like I actually like recorded all 7 of those, I guess.
Wow.
And
Okay.
then,
and you can
and
watch
then,
back.
And then I was just like, I'm gonna go do it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know.
That is when you should. I mean, you should either be in like this brand new pocket of I've done that many reps and I think I should, right? Like, you shouldn't be like, 2 year, pretty mediocre. You should either be there or a great comic,
Yeah, no, for sure. I don't know.
That's what the show's about, is people being like doing crazy things all in like that.
Oh, no, for sure. Yeah. Well, and that's kind of like what led me to it, is like, as I said, so Tim and Aaron, the roommates I lived with for 5 years.
Gotcha.
Who like, so yeah, anyways.
Had some bullshit happen.
Well, no, they were great people. It was my own like insecurities, because like, so we were talking about the pizza and they were always like, oh, it's pizza time whenever I would make pizza. Because like, obviously 3 men living together, we have to balance around cooking around each other. And like at times, like you're all just trying to make it work, right? And like, you have 3 different men that like, and I was, I played games for you. I was just secluded in my room most of the time. And like at times, I would try to open up and like, Tim was, Tim Brennan, he was like one of the guys who like really heavily pushed for psychedelic mushrooms. Like he told me about how he was on the corners and like pushing it for years to get it legalized and stuff. And,
wow. Good for him.
But that's kind of how me and Tim connected. I was working at Racines with Tim, and I was living with those people that that I was talking about basically. And
good Patreon.com/.
It was just, it was just chaos, and like I'm trying to find some kind of peace, but then like,
yep.
Me and her husband are fighting because one day he was yelling at her.
Sure.
They were fighting, and he said something like, because she was pregnant, and she was like, I'm gonna go kill myself, and he was like, well, wait till you have my baby to do that, and like that pissed me the fuck off, and like I just fucking like I just raged out on him because she, I grew up around her. She was my brother's best friend, and like. Him saying that to her, like, pissed me off, like,
right.
She's like a sister to me in ways. And like, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So like, I just raged on him and almost got in a fight with him. And at that point I knew like I have to figure something out. And then I started working at Racines. I was like kind of in between jobs. I actually got caught stealing groceries, so I was living, over in, the Westwood, Athmar Park, Westwood kind of area, just, Federal and Alameda.
Right.
So I lived there for years, but we're living off Morrison and stuff. But so they went out of town and like, left their dog, and I was trying to like, feed my cat I don't know. Like they basically, my cat Lucille, she got ran over at like 5 years old, but,
oh man,
I mean, it's my fault. I let her run around the neighborhood, and like, it's just one of those things. And it was a hard moment of my life, but
damn.
Anyways, they got me a cat for like my birthday because we had like mice in that place, and like her husband's like, yeah. So they like found a couple of cats. One was my cat was Lucille, is what I named her, and they named one Candy, and they didn't get them fixed, and so like whenever they were like freaking out in heat, like they kind of like locked Candy out of her room, and then she ran away one day, and I felt bad because I locked her out of my room too because like. And because it was hot in that place, and I don't know. And then I don't know. It was just a really fucked up thing for me because like I shunned her away because I was trying to sleep, and then she ended up getting out and like running away, and it was something that kind of hurt me because I was like, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't want you to go away. I just wanted you to shut up. You know what I mean? And so, again, because like that place was hot, we left like the doors cracked at night because it was so fucking hot.
Yeah.
And like, that's, I assume, how she got out and stuff. But anyway, so like after that, like I was living with Tim and Aaron for 5 years, and they would always be like, oh, pizza time. And like my own insecurities of being bullied as a kid. And like, I just felt like it was, I just felt like I wasn't being accepted as a person. And that again, like I've always, I felt like that for a long time, that like I don't fit in anywhere.
Right.
Like,
right.
And it's just trying to find, and I guess comedy, is just finally what I went to. A friend, when I first started working in the cannabis industry, I was working at Dixie, and a friend, one of my friends named Adam, he's a really good dude. And, he got to talk to, we were bullshitting, and he was talking about comedy, and he was like talking about how he wants to do it and stuff. And like, I don't know. It's always something that was like, I guess, in the back of the chaos of my mind that, trying to heal from my past and find my way and stuff. And eventually, I guess the breaking point was like that relationship, because I spent like my 20s alone and like, feeling like, I don't know, just all the sexual abuse and stuff as a kid and all that, it just like, it's made, obviously sex is awkward, right? For anybody, like anyone. And then like, but it's just always been hard for me to make a connection just because of like the way my mom was like so open about the way, like her own sexual ambiguity, I guess. And like the way she was, bouncing around from man to man. I watched her go through a lesbian phase and like that and all that kind of stuff. And like, it was like, I never, judged her for it, I guess, but it was just like where, like, I don't know. It's just always been trying to find me in the chaos of like insanity and trying to like find a moment to like find me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like,
And then that was the comedy was like a facet for you to carve out like who you are.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It was just, a way for me to express my insanity. Right?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, for a lot of people, it can be that. But like you have jokes and like you're not that.
Oh no, I know. Yeah,
so,
no,
like,
yeah, no. Like at the end of the day, yeah.
Like, you've seen that, that's out there too,
no,
right?
yeah, no,
for sure, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, my grandma's a prime example of that.
Well, but no, just in just comedy.
Oh yeah, just the chaos of
just
comedy.
in comedy.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
people that are going up there, it's not jokes. It's just insanity.
No, for sure. And it's just, but at the end of the day, like you just have to let people find their path, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that shouldn't be allowed or anything like that. I'm just saying like you're not that. Don't for a minute. I'm not gonna let you be bucketed by the audience or by anybody into that because you're not that.
No, for sure. No, yeah. I mean,
so you joking with yourself about like being like as a way it's an insanity. It's a coping a facet to like humanity, honestly.
It's comedy and tragedy, right?
Yeah.
And that's why it's like the duality of it all. So yeah, no, 100%. That's why like,
dude, if HBO wanted to make like a really real show, you could fucking do it for them about like the underbelly of like what it's like in middle America, like growing up really poor with abuse around you, like you would fucking be able to, like
no, for sure. And like
and thank God that you can like have such a good perspective that you bring for the world from such a hard background. Because dude, find the comedy and the tragedy. That's like the beauty of. I mean, we when we first started talking, even before off mic, like about we were connected over like Irish and you said you're Irish and Jewish. And it's like okay, that's double combo funny.
As far
as peoples go, because you're coping through tough times and the way that those peoples have historically done it. It's been through comedy.
No, 100%. Yeah, definitely.
It's a really important part of those communities. So.
No, for sure, and that's and like even just like trying to like that's been my own issue is like just trying to open up because like I've always just like gone in every direction without like trying to find what it is like my individual purposes, right?
Yeah.
And I guess that just the calling was comedy. I literally my friend Adam that I was talking about when I was driving down to kill Tony. I called him. I'm like, can you check on my apartment? Because like when I moved into this place, there was like gunshots, cops there all the time, and it was a roach motel, and it's just one of those. It's next
bad spot.
It's the atrium next to Westminster High School. It's like I guess it used to be a hotel, is what one of my neighbors told me and stuff like back in the day, and it just was. It's not a great place at all, and but like I was just like I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to break free from this fucking chaos that I find myself in, and and
the atrium was the facet of that.
I was pulled over at one of the rest stops in New Mexico, and I'm just like flipping a coin over and over, just like flipping a coin. I'm like, what are you doing? Like this is actually insanity. Like the coin is always it's 50-50. Like. The only thing is, like, you go or you don't. You know what I mean? And it's like, and like in my head, if I go, I'm getting pulled. But if I don't, then I'm giving up on myself. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And so, like,
so you're a powerful spiritual entity, Cameron.
I guess I'm just here to try to spread love, like anybody, because from the darkness that I had to walk through. So
yeah. The whatever it is, you're a powerful spiritual entity.
Well,
clearly. I mean, shit, dude.
Well, yeah, and I mean,
that or manifesting foo-foo shit is real.
I manifested myself out of the bucket. Yeah. So, and like even my old boss, I used to make hash in the cannabis industry. I worked for Binsk or Oni. They're actually crazily enough that brand is in Israel. Which is kind of crazy because, like, so the brothers, Alex and Jake Pasternak, they're like the people who own Binsk.
Okay.
It's like a brand they created. And so they basically only allow certain people to produce, dude, it's like anything. Everything's an industry, and like, you know, everything, you know, there's and especially with cannabis, like, you know, it's
become just pure monopolized because of the way, because the state's limited.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's from an economic lens, it's like, it's a great example for teaching. If you were going to teach young economic minds about how public policy impacts the marijuana industry, would be a great lens to
for
teach
sure, especially with like the current way it's just been like a race to the bottom in quality
and to the top in terms of like concentration of like 5 people own everything now.
But
for
sure.
Quality's falling off. Exactly.
Yeah.
You get the moat of
a
great teaching tool.
Yeah, no, definitely. No, yeah, totally. I totally agree. But yeah, and then like,
so you got to see that firsthand, like start while you're working in the industry at like fall off, or?
Oh no, I didn't. You know, I didn't get into the cannabis industry till after I was working at Chick-fil-A. Because like I went into fast food after years of working in full service kitchens where, you know, you have to have thick skin in a kitchen like that. Like, because if you don't work your fucking ass off, you're going to be laughed out instantly. You know what I mean? Because that's kitchens, you know, can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. So, you know, it's like, yeah. So, and just like coming from that mentality of like, you have to fucking always be on, you know, because like that's literally what it is. You got to be on. You got to make sure that your customer, because you're in the service industry, and that's even what comedy is. At the end of the day, it's the service industry. You know, you're in service to the people to make them laugh, because in that moment of laughter, you forget about everything. You know, it's like Robin Williams was one of the fucking greatest comedic minds ever, and you know, and like obviously I know about the whole Lewy body syndrome and all that shit now and stuff like that, but like, you know, it's just crazy. You know, I don't know. It's like the people who suffer the most, we just want to see the most like healing of the world, you know, and so yeah.
I mean, thank God for, you know, stick around, brother. The world needs you.
Yeah, no,
we need you spread
trying
good.
my best.
Yeah, dude. Thank God.
Every day.
Fuck. Well, whatever I can do to get you to keep sticking around, man. This is, the world needs more bright lights like you, who have walked through the darkness, like actual, like, because the thing that for me really does get me riled up is that I grew up around a lot of privilege and like real privilege. And then the privilege was also coupled with like a higher than thou philosophical lens that they viewed the world. And,
for sure.
And that, you know, really makes me super sick, because it should be that those people have like the most pure of, the conditions should be such that those people, it would be easy for them to just be good people in the world.
Well, and that's what, I don't know. Well, and that's always been like one of the hardest things about me for like making a connection with my own dad. Like, so he kidnapped one of my brothers, my brother Bo. Him and I were actually born December 7th, 3 years apart. He was born in 1990 and I was born in 1993. So he was the firstborn.
Okay.
And he was actually diagnosed. My aunt was telling me about it.
Your dad?
No, my brother Bo. He was diagnosed autistic, and there's a lot of trauma because of like because of what happened to me, Brett, and Bo, which would be my mother's children.
Okay. And
like what happened on her side of the family, and it kind of like leached over into my dad's side of the family because of my brother Bo and like what we experienced as young kids.
Okay.
And like, so that's kind of where I made a connection with my brother Jordan, who's the firstborn of my first stepmom.
Gotcha.
And like, he invited me to Hawaii last year because they were going on a family vacation. Literally the only family vacation aside from like this like weird, like, I don't know, like obviously when I was super young, there was like, I don't remember a lot of it, but like, you know, but like really the only family vacation I've ever been on in my life.
Amazing.
And like, it was, you know, I was trying to reconnect to my dad, and you know, it's kind of crazy because I went snowboarding with Jordan. He came out last month, and it was my first time snowboarding.
Nice.
And he was because my dad, he's moving back. He just moved back to Hawaii, and I got a call from him like a couple months ago. He's like, "Well, it's time," and I was like, "All right, back to Hawaii, huh?" Because like that's all he said, and like I just knew what he meant, because it's like, okay, yeah, cool. Like, why are you telling me this, Dad? Because like I love you, but like at the same time, like you've literally taught me nothing except how not to be, I guess. Right? And that was my own like moral lens, I guess, filtering that of how not to be, right? You know? And so at the end of the day, it's like, and it's hard because like, even after, messed things up in my relationship. Like I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I told her I was going to fucking kill myself. And he was like, oh no, sometimes that happens. And I was like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, like father, like fucking son, you know what I mean? And it's like not knowing and like, but like meeting my dad after like so many years and like talking to him and like him telling me kind of like his growing up thing. Cause like, he grew up in Hawaii where he was, going to be a professional surfer. And then my grandpa, so my grandpa owned a law firm out there. And he basically got a brain tumor and he died. So he died around the time I was born, I think. I don't know for sure. Like
your grandpa.
Yeah, my dad's dad. And obviously my dad was 17 or 18 at the time when he died. So like, he's losing his dad at a very young age. He's having kids. And
Wow.
I'm sure in his head he's like, oh, I need more money. So like he actually legally changed his name. My dad's birth name is Brett Ashley Altman, and so that's my mother's firstborn, who would have been his stepkid. So I think that's kind of like where he made the connection of like, oh, because my mom's name was Diana, and then her son Brett, and his name is Brett,
okay.
right?
Okay.
But then so like he like legally changed his name. My grandpa's name is, I believe it's Gary, but like G Aloha Vivoli Altman, because he was like adopted into Hawaiian culture by and stuff like that. And so and so my dad changed his name to Gary Aloha Vivoli Altman so that he could, by my understanding and what I've been told, and that he basically took the inheritance money my grandpa left for his grandchildren, and he invested it obviously and tried to do his thing, and he had one of the largest fucking tile businesses in the country.
Your dad.
Yeah, no, like, and then I don't know. He's always been, he's always cheated on a lot of his partners and stuff like that. He's been the classic cool guy, like if I, that's what he is.
It's Mr. Cool Change Your Name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's just like, so wow. For me, like, it's always been very hard for me to be like, well, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, even my mom.
Like meeting in Lineage is tough for you.
It's like I really know nothing about it, and like what I've tried to explore of it, and like I barely know anything, about like where my family, especially my dad's side, comes from, and like
wow.
I know my mom's side comes from the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma, but
right.
Literally the only place, Republic, Missouri, I guess, is where my great grandparents on my dad's side come from, and I don't know if that's my grandma. See, I don't know enough, and I've tried to like talk to my family. I'm trying,
Are you interested in that kind of stuff? It seems like you are.
Yeah, no, stuff, yeah. But basically, so my dad
in the pieces of the puzzle, figuring out.
Well, yeah. Whenever I was in Hawaii, my dad told me that his grandparents, I believe it's my grandpa or his dad's parents. Or,
so you're great,
or I don't know if it's
whatever, great grandma, or great.
His mom's or dad, but anyways, it was Bonnie and Clyde Wade, so that's where I get the confusion, because I don't remember if my dad said, or I know Wade comes from, I think it's my grandma Tutu side, because so Tutu's a Hawaiian thing. That's literally the only thing I knew my dad's grandma was Grandma Tutu. Her name is Patricia. But like when I was a kid, like I literally didn't know that. It was Grandma Tutu. I was so young, and then like we were separated, and I never. Yeah. And like, I guess she was calling me on her deathbed, and like I'm high on fucking acid because my trailer burned down a few,
Wow.
Like and like my brother Joel called me, and I was just too lost in my own madness to even like think of like even trying to be like and I that's honestly one of the hardest things for me to forgive myself for, is like, my grandma wanted to see me on her deathbed, and what could she have told me that could have like helped me at that time, and I was too scared to even, and so I didn't even get that.
Yeah, it sucks. I had like a father figure to me, to my Uncle Bill, and I didn't get like news until he passed in pneumonia, like 5 years ago now. Yeah. And I didn't even get the news until I got like a Facebook message from his wife. Yeah. And that was really tough, because it's like, oh, dude, you're 40 minutes north, and I can't, like.
No, for sure.
So that, I feel you on that.
Yeah, no,
it's
for
tough.
sure.
That's
Yeah,
shitty.
no,
That's
and
shitty.
I honestly,
That's shitty.
and I blame myself every day.
You shouldn't. You just
Well, I
gotta
don't
let it.
blame
Yeah.
myself,
No, I know.
but like, you know what I mean.
I
Like,
totally do.
for
I
that
totally,
moment of
I
time,
totally
and,
do.
like, I've
totally
forgiven
do.
myself for it, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe she's one of the ones that like, watches over me because
sure.
like, I'm sure
Definitely.
she knows the chaos I went through because of who my mother was.
That
and
was
stuff
part
like
of
that,
the,
so.
that's part of why you had to get from the bucket. That's why you got yourself there, and why you knew you'd be pulled from the bucket. And like, that's part of your deep spiritual power or whatever that, that's
no,
for sure. There's some fucking, there's some stuff there. I mean, like, you can like, man, I hope you get more of that like ability to dig at that stuff if you want, because like there's power in those like stories and stuff and
for
passing
sure.
down. And
Yeah.
like I barely like, man, I had to here's a funny one for me on my side. Here's how bad Irish people are at passing down their lineage. I had to go to a small liberal arts school in the middle of Iowa, take an honors level class where I was the only man in the room of like 16 of this honors science class to read a comic book about the IRA and the Irish uprising against colonialism, to learn that I was a descendant of the like first dude that died on Bloody Sunday. That like made it happen.
Dude.
Yeah, that's how bad
crazy.
Irish people are telling their lineage.
No, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
so
I get it. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, and that's what's crazy too, is like I almost feel like it's like, because like it's like when I was growing up, my mom, like, it was like, it almost felt like no matter what happens within the family unit, like as long as it looks functioning from the outside, right?
Yeah.
Then that's what's important. Like, like you can't allow the shame to leak out of the family. And like, and that's, so for me, that's been one of the hardest things for me, because like literally when I was like, 4 to 5, my mom always said, because, she said, snitches get stitches, right? But what my mom told me, she told me a story about how they literally, she was like, when she was, a teenager, a guy who snitched on them, they like welded his car shut and burned him alive in his car. And like, she's like, and it's not snitches get stitches, snitches die. That's what I was taught as a kid. Like, if you tell,
that's
you
one
die.
of your first memories.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Because you said you're 4 or 5. That's crazy.
No, it's
I mean, we
really
have to laugh at it because it's really fucked up.
No, yeah, but it's like, well, even like growing up, my mom was so.
Sorry, brother. I'm just trying.
No, you're good.
I hope I'm not. Yeah.
Well, no, you're good.
I don't want to be an ass by laughing, but I'm trying to find.
No, it just sucks because like even right now, I'm trying to find a way to talk to my own mother, because like.
Okay.
Finding out some things that I found out.
Hey man, we can move to a completely different topic. We can talk about some like.
No, you're good. No, it's fine.
Say,
but it's just like, I'm still trying to. It's just been rough.
You're a great dude, and I want nothing but you positive for you, because you're like doing positive. So just like
for sure,
wherever we need to take the conversation to be in that positive zone.
Oh no, you're good.
No.
But like it's just like growing up in that mentality of like you can't. And we've all heard it. Your mom's like, "Oh, I brought you into this world. I'll take you out," right?
Right,
so,
right.
Or at least in my generation, definitely knows.
No, yeah,
knows what that's
stuck
saying.
around.
So,
my mom, I had an older mom comparatively.
So so it's like, just like growing up in that mentality of like, that fear of being able to express your own experience.
Actually, hang on. Your mom was born in 1969.
Yeah,
that's so funny. I think my mom's born the same year.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. Yeah, February 12th.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, well, what's crazy about that is, so in 2014, me and my friend Tevin were buying a trailer that was like across from his grandparents, and like, we're both young and fucking stupid because like...
How old are you at this point?
I was like 19, 20.
Okay.
So my mom actually, like, this is a weird story. So I went to Wisconsin when I was 18 to help a friend move back up there, and he like cheated on his wife. And, so she calls me one day, and I'm like, or like one of the days we're out there, and she's like, "Did Jason cheat on me?" And I was like, I could be murdered. I've seen Dateline, like, because I grew up watching all that drama, because that's what my mom was one of those people that's like, "Oh, I hate drama," but like all you watch on the TV is drama, and all you consume is drama, so it just creates more of that drama in your life, right?
Right.
And so it was just kind of funny, because I was just like I wanted to tell her, because obviously like I respect women, and I don't think that it was okay that he cheated on her, but like that own self-preservation made me lie in that moment, and it sucks, because like even to this day, like it sucks because like,
sure,
like you lie because for your own safety, but it's like,
Man, I've been brother. I've been there. I've been the piece of shit before, and I'm definitely with you.
So it was just like I don't, So I was like, no, he didn't, And I've always regretted that decision too, because it's like, why couldn't I have just been like, yeah, he did, fuck it, like whatever. Even if I got stuck in Wisconsin, like whatever.
Can I ask you something? Are you someone? Maybe just this cuts us off from our train, but like, do you find yourself backward thinking like a lot?
Yeah, way too often. And that's been like one of my biggest things is like being stuck in that, what if I could have done this different, and like trying to break free of that,
Yeah.
It's like that idea of perfection. Like if you don't do it all right, then nothing is going to work out, right? Because you're like, and then you're just burnt out, and then you're just continuing that burnout, and you're not actually like progressing within yourself.
Yeah.
You're not progressing yourself with the things that you want for yourself, and it's like, and that's what sucks is like when I got into a relationship after not really having many relationships leading up to that, because like, my childhood and upbringing and, my own insecurities, it just always made relationships with women very difficult for me, and just like, because of my own high expectations, you know what I mean? Because of like what I went through and like what I try to dig out, and it's like, so I always told my ex it wasn't about quitting drinking, because she was drinking heavily, like it wasn't about quitting, it's about discipline, like I was raised on fucking South Park and Dragon Ball Z and shit, so like a lot of my like little life tidbit lessons as a kid came from that. And it's like, so the episode of South Park whenever fucking the Virgin Mary episode where the Virgin Mary's bleeding and fucking
from her pussy.
From her pussy.
You did all funny there. The Virgin.
It's a miracle I'm healed from the alcoholism, but then like when it's not a miracle, he's like, oh no, I have to drink. But then why? The kid is like, wait, why? Why do you have to drink?
Why do you have to drink now that it's not a miracle? You were not drinking just fine.
Stan, his son. He's like, yeah, it's discipline. What I learned in karate. He's like, it's discipline. I had a great teacher. And his dad's like, oh, thanks. He's like, oh, no, not you, my karate teacher. And it was just kind of that thing where it's like, life is your teacher and other people are your teacher. And like, I've always tried to like view it like that as well. Like even, like some of my greatest lessons have been from like teachers in school and stuff, like even, and, and at the end of the day, like learning and trying to progress is like,
that's what it is about.
Yeah, what it's about, right?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Totally. I mean, that's the path trying to get better, trying to be better, trying to do better.
Yeah.
That's all we can hope for, really.
And just try to like heal the brokenness in other people. And it's like, well, and so
but that's not your job.
It's everyone's job, right?
Well, to some facet and extent.
Well, I get like people go into the professionalism of helping people.
I'm not even taking it with that one. You shouldn't have to walk through life with the burden that your role is to heal other people.
No, I know.
I know.
Believe me, it took me.
I know, but
almost 32 years.
You're way wiser than I, but I'm still gonna try to inject my whatever loose wisdom's been passed on to me.
No, for sure. Same. That's.
I mean, that's all. Yeah.
Yep.
But no, don't. Yeah, you're doing. I mean, God, it's tough walking through life thinking that you're meant to heal other people. And I've, as someone that's had parts of my life like that because of my circumstance and whatnot, it's like, that's not the default setting, and it's tough to be stuck there.
Well, and that's why like it kind of sucked because like in that relationship, it's like, like I think subconsciously I was realizing that like we can't continue this, but like my mind was trying to fight for that, like what I thought I had found, or maybe like I don't know, even like. I don't know. I fucking, crashed out pretty fucking hard. Love oxytocin and Oxycontin. Not that much of a difference. At the end of the day.
It's true. Just chemically. It's true.
Yeah. So, it's like, so at the end of the day, it's just like, trying to find that balance within my own, like, life. And, I spent years just trying to show up for every job I've been at. And, like, I would crash out and fucking leave and try to find somewhere. Because, like, eventually it felt like I don't belong here. So, if I don't belong here, I'll move on.
I'll see myself out.
Well, it's like people are like, oh, you burned the bridges. And it's like, it's not what I meant to do. I didn't mean to burn the bridge. I didn't mean for that to happen. But, like, in my own chaos, like, I fucking lost control of my temper and things like that. And, like, but I was self-aware enough to understand, like, my own, like, it's not, like, you know, it's me trying to regulate myself.
Yeah.
Like, even, like, I literally had, like, so after my ex hit me, I went into therapy. I did, like, the BetterHelp thing because I was like, oh, I don't want to do it in person, you know? Like, and the therapist I got, you know, I only did it for, like, 6 weeks, and I tried to get on Medicare last year, and then, like, I literally talked to a psychiatrist, and then, like, talked to a therapist, and then, like, when I was going to start, you know, more therapy, basically, he called and he's like, oh, your Medicare got canceled at the beginning of the year when it turned over. And so, like, you know, I make too much doing Uber, and it's like, you know, I'm already drowning in debt, and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like, what do you mean? And, like, I can't even get help from my government to fucking help my mind. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and so, yeah, for the past few months, I've just been, like, you know, stuck in that fucking circle of, like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? And, like, I don't know. I was finally, like, because on Christmas last year, I, like, woke up with a bed bug bite and found one on my bed in, like, the apartment. So, and, you know, so I spent, like, the last month trying to make sure I didn't take anything into my storage shed, and, you know, like, going over everything and, like, making sure there was no bugs and pests, and getting my shit into storage. And, you know, now I'm just trying to figure it out. So, and, you know, it's like,
Because right now you're in your car.
Yeah,
Well, by the time this comes out, maybe you won't be in your car.
Yeah,
Right
you
now
know,
you're in
whatever. Yeah, who cares? But, you know, I'll figure it out. Yeah, I had an offer from, like, one of the local comics to, like, rent a room from him, and he was like, you know, I'm not worried about the money, but I was like, I'll give you something. You know, whether, you know, I'll figure out some way to pay
Let me tell you, I'm not surprised to hear that, because I do think that we have a really, really great community here.
Oh, no, yeah. No,
So,
I
something I'm
honestly,
thankful
like,
for.
it's like, you know, I've obviously been making my way into the comedy scene out here, and, like, with my own reclusiveness because of my past, it's been hard for me to, like, you know, make connections in the comedy scene and stuff like that. And, like, you know, I've been trying to think about, like, reaching out, but, like, just with everything else in my life, you know, and so, you know, it's just like,
what are we going to expect you to ask for help?
Well, no, yeah, well,
No,
not
I'm
even ask for help,
half
but, like,
joking,
just trying
but,
to,
like,
get
seriously.
the clips built to, like, you know, like, network
I
more in
gotcha.
the scene
I
to get
gotcha.
on shows, so I can, like, actually start maybe getting paid and for, like, gigs and stuff like that, you know. So it's just been like that.
Have you been paid for a gig yet?
I got $40 stripping one night at Scruffy Murphy's open mic.
There you go. Okay.
So, hey, whatever.
So there you go. So you're a semi-professional comedian, almost.
Semi-professional stripper. What? I got out of abandonment.
Yeah,
She's
true,
okay.
bro. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
guys gotta do what a guy's gotta do.
Yeah. I'll be a gigolo. Fuck it. No, I'm just kidding.
That's so funny.
But no, yeah. At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, you know, yeah, we're all just trying to, you know, make what happen, and I'm just trying to fucking live and have fun.
Well, I would love to invite. I know this will be in the past, but if there's any chance I can talk you into giving you a plate of dinner tonight, if you want to stay for Easter, I'd love to have you.
Oh no, for sure, I appreciate that. No, seriously, definitely.
Yeah, man. I wish I could do more. Like,
dude,
more.
Literally, don't worry about it. It's like
no, but I want to be clear. Like, make sure that you think of me if you're ever in a place where you need somebody.
I appreciate that, Sean. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. And it's that's what it is, man. One day at a time.
You're a good dude, man. One day at a time. Yeah, that's like one of my only tattoos. It's my grandma's handwriting right here. Dude, the world's so fucked.
Hey, we can always try to make each other laugh and smile. That's all we can do at the end of the day. Yeah.
Did I do my South Korea joke last night?
Have
you heard it? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no. Go ahead and do it. Yeah.
My whatever news source I get on my phone's like a year old. I swear.
Yeah. No, for
because
sure.
I just read. I was like, South Korea declared martial law. First arts, now law.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's right. That's
so
right.
funny.
Yeah. First starts, now law. Yeah, no. For sure.
My boss wrangled us all, and we had a meeting in my day job, and the owner, he goes, I'm like talking about going to this trip with Grant to do some comedy in South Dakota, and he's like, do you have any racist jokes? And I'm like, first of all, I can't answer this because
no.
I'm like, I don't have any racist jokes. One, but two, like, I think maybe this joke could be perceived. That joke I just told you is like, maybe you could perceive this as a racist joke. It's more of a wordplay joke.
Yeah, no, exactly.
But I guess
no, and that's what sucks. Like, especially in our current, like, I don't know, this idea of like woke society and like it's just like if any of us are truly awake, then we would be helping each other, because that's what it's about, you know. And so like, and
the drones are going to
honestly, that's always,
you know. Grant will tell us the drones will kill us all.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. Who cares? Yeah. At the end of the day, we're just
That's why I wanted him in here, because he injects that kind of shit.
No,
the drones will kill us all. Why are you guys crying about helping each other? Like, good luck. The drones will kill us all.
No, I get it. No, and that's the duality of our existence, you know. Some of us fight to try to make the world a brighter place. Some of us are apathetic to it. You know, some of us want to destroy it.
Yeah, I'm pushing towards my humanity, and that's all I can do.
I agree. I
have you heard
totally
of this silly little country called England before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
They do this thing over there called knighting.
Oh yeah,
You've heard of this?
Yeah.
Sir and whatnot. After a long form, yes, exactly. After a long form conversation here at Top Shelf Studios, I am doing the hiding. Because all my life, people have been like, "How's weather there? Can I get a couple inches?" You know, shit like this. Now I've got this prefrontal lobe. The past couple of years, I've realized I'm like, oh, I'm in a meat suit.
Yeah.
I wake up every day in just what happens to be a very tall vehicle.
Yep.
And I look out in the world, and I'm sure you would agree with this, that we are judging each other on the appearance, shape, the national origin, color of our vehicles almost more than anything else. And that's so darn silly to me.
Yeah.
And so after a long form conversation here at Intolerable, I am pleased to give you your heart height or your spiritual stature. How tall do you stand physically, Cameron Altman?
5'5".
All right. I might have to break a record here, folks. I apologize. And I apologize to the doctors that might have to operate. Cameron Altman, I heart height the 8 foot. That is the tallest guest in Intolerable history. He is the tallest heart we have found yet. And
thank you. I agree.
He will require a procedure, or the CIA will come for him because he's doing too much good in the world.
Hey, whatever. If the powers that be want me dead, then whatever. Who cares?
Facts, bro. I'm with you there. Where can,
seriously, yeah.
If my small but mighty audience, where can the people follow you, find you, support you, maybe see you do comedy?
Cross-eyed comic 111 on Instagram. I've been trying to work on the TikTok and like switching it over, but currently, just mostly Instagram. Cross-eyed comic 111.
Follow him, find him. Don't let him be a recluse. Send him a message. Make sure he's out. Hey, and if you run a comedy show in town, how about look at me and how about you find a spot for this guy on a show, guesty? If you were going to give me a guesty, give it to him. Give him a guesty. You know, get this guy some more stage reps. He's working hard and he deserves it. Thank you for being here and sharing yourself with myself today.
Yeah, thanks so
Genuine
much.
pleasure, dude.
Yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor for your time.
The honor is all mine, dude.
No, I mean,
we got to test out these new lights. How about that? They're hot, nice and hot.
Oh yeah, no. Like, as I said, once my eyes adjusted, it was fine. It's just like the intensity in the moment. Like it takes my eyes a moment to adjust because of my astigmatism and shit. So
well, it's been a joy. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want that Patreon, it is a sweet eating episode. Head over to patreon.com/tolerable. That helps keep us ad free, helps us not be withholding anyone, helps us tell human stories. So if you want to be part of that journey, please go support us there. And as always, fuck off and be well.
He doesn't want to fuck around with the United States. Thank you, everybody.